My friends and my neighbors, welcome. Let's do this. My traditional sip of coffee and I didn't do that. No, I'm just no. Don't say I never do that. It's my big nose. No, I didn't do that. I really didn't. Today's news got me. Trump says that place gonna be mine. I'm gonna siege it. I'm gonna seize it. So Donald Trump said Friday, which is today, that he may declare the Strait of Hormuz a U.S. territory after we finish defeating Iran. What do you think about that? To me, it's, do I like Trump? Yes, I like Trump. Is this possible? I don't know if it's just he's talking out of his arse or what. But I mean, I didn't print this. Of course, this is Fox News, but I could probably go anywhere else and see probably the same stuff. You know what I mean? The United States is spending a lot of money doing this. Do I think that we should be doing this? I believe that Iran should never have a nuclear weapon. And the only reason I do say that is not that I'm prejudiced against Iranians or any. I don't hate anybody anymore that's alive. Okay? I don't hate anybody. I really don't hate anybody. I don't hate my ex. I don't hate her husband. I don't hate anybody. I really don't. There's a few people I dislike, but I don't hate them. But anyway, I do like Trump. A lot of stuff that Trump did do, I like. There are some things that he does I don't like. And that's the only reason that the topic here is, why is that so? Because I don't like everything of anything. I like hard rock. I like soft rock. I like country. I don't like country. There's stuff. I don't like every single thing there is. I just don't. But when I look at this kind of news to where it shows that President Trump wants to take over Hormuz, to me, but I'm not looking at it on a financial point. I'm looking at it I'm looking at it as a cost to the American taxpayers because there's a lot of money being spent daily. Even if we don't fire one missile, there's huge money. I'm going to get the actual product. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So the money that we're spending today is right here on your screen. It costs daily $105 billion a day. $105 billion a day. Can you give me 2 hours worth of money and put it in my bank account, please? Let me pause this. All right, so we spent $113 billion in 108 days, which is a little over $1 billion a day. So, what if this war goes on for another year, or 6 months, or 5 months? Or what happens if what's going to happen if we're going to take over the Strait of Hormuz? I find it kind of stupid to even consider that. And the reason why is
But first, breaking tonight, President Trump
is based on cost. You can't just take over something like that and say, you know what, the Strait of Hormuz is mine. Because I'm sure as soon as you say that, somebody's going to say, dude, how can you say that? So how can that be? I mean, it's just that. So what would we get out of it to do that? Does that mean that we're going to take over the oil that's right there in Stag Island or whatever it's called? Because we would have to do something to make money in order to finance this. And we have to say it's a finance. We can't just sit there and let the American taxpayers do this. I do not want Iran to have a nuclear weapon, but I don't want us to go broke just sitting there guarding the Strait of Hormuz. Because first of all, we ain't buying no oil from there. Why are we the police? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just not right. I mean, like I said, I don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, but because anybody that's chanting death to America, why would I give you? Hey, you know what, dude? Here's a nuclear weapon. Blow us up if you get a chance. You know, because I'm kind of bored. It'll be fun to see you shoot nuclear weapons into my country. It's asinine. What is the big answer to this? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. I think right now what's going on is kind of rough. But here's the problem with this. What is our goal? Who is feeding Donald Trump the information? What does the advisors say? What is the military saying? All of that stuff is all wrapped into this, and I mean it's part of this. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. It's it's very complex. It's not an easy thing. You know, somebody somewhere. I'm not saying it's controlling Trump. Don't get me wrong. Is not controlling Trump, but somewhere something is helping him make these decisions. And what is it? What is our bottom line here? How long is this going to go on? We need to know. I need to know. But that's my story, and that's the questions that I came up with. And like I said, I have nothing against Iranian people, but I do have against somebody that's saying death to America, whether you live here or anywhere else, and you're saying death to America or America sucks, you ain't here, go away. I don't wish you death, but I don't want to hand you a nuclear weapon and say, you know what, blow me up at 9 o'clock tomorrow, would you? I'm going to get in the basement and have my wife sitting out in front because she pissed me off. This is stupid stuff. But we need to stop this. But that's my story, and talk to you later.